Hello guys, welcome back to my channel Pylen. In today's video we are going to learn about stack implementation. Stack implementation means what is stack? First we will learn what is stack. Stack is arranging an objects in one upon another like this. Means if we insert an object first, then we can remove it at last only. Means it's just like arranging a stack of plates. Like this we will arrange the elements. If we insert one element first, then we can remove it at last only. Means here we cannot remove this object from here. If you want to remove this object, we should have to remove it first, then next, then next, then next, and last it will be at last. And we cannot insert an object in between. If you insert an object in between, it will be wrong. So a stack is something which will follow LIFO, which is means last in first out, which is means last in first out will follow this stack will, or we can also call it as FILO, first in last out. First in last out means the element which was gone first will come out last. So there is two conditions also called as overflow and underflow. We will discuss about them now. So let us see here. Now the stack is completely filled. If you want to insert one more element, there will be a situation called overflow. Here this situation is called overflow flow. If there is no element at all, here we completely remove all the elements. Clear the space. If there is no element at all here, so if you want to remove an element now, since there is no element but you are trying to remove an element out, so it is not possible. This situation is called underflow. Underflow. Overflow is generally used common word, but underflow is a new word, I think so. So there is two methods named. If we insert an element, it is called push. If we remove an element, it is called pop. So we'll create three functions called push, first one, pop is second one, and display. We'll write these three functions in our Python. Push will add an element to stack, pop will remove an element from the stack, and display will display all the elements. Now we will implement this stack by using lists only. List is here the important thing. So list is something like this. List is something which list is a collection of objects in which each object is separated with comma. If we insert 12, the next object is written after the comma only. You can see, and we can write every object we want. You can write strings, or you can write dictionaries in it. we can write dictionaries, and everything we want we can write in this list only. Okay, so let us start our program. And so let us write, first we will take two variables, namely top. Top is is a variable which stores the index of the last element, means the element which we inserted last. If there is no element, we will take it as none, and we will take a list naming it stack. Now we will write the function def push. In push we will take a argument parameter called LE, because we should have to insert it into the stack. Now we will global the top, because the changes what we made in the function should be refers to the main variable also. Now if top exactly equals to none, if top is none, we should have to change it to 0 and then add an element. If top is equals to 0, and stack dot append of 0 element LE, and else if there is an element, so we can just simply increment the top. So top plus or equals to 1. What it actually means is top is equals to top plus 1. This is the actual meaning of this statement here, what you are seeing. So next, and we should have to add the element to stack dot append of LE. We had seen the two cases in push. Now we will write the pop function, but if you use the normal small letters, there is a inbuilt function also named pop. So here we will use the capital letters to write the pop. Now we will again global the top. If top exactly equals to none, in our program there is no condition of overflow because we are not taking any maximum limit, but there is a condition of underflow because it will commonly occur in every stack. So now we are checking that condition only. While you are popping, there is no element in the stack, means when top is equals to none we are popping, then we will have to print a correct message to the user that stack underflow, or you can use anything what you want. I am printing stack underflow. No more elements to pop. This is a message I want to display there. If the user is trying to pop when there is no element in the stack. So let us see the next one. Elif top exactly equals to 0. If top exactly equals to 0, then we should have to make it to none. Top is equals to none. Then we will remove the element stack dot pop off. If we do not give any argument in that pop, then it will remove the last element. So last and final condition is else top minus or equals to 1. which means top is equals to top minus 1. So we should have to remove the element stack dot pop off. Now the pop function is also over, and the next function is display. Display if top exactly equals to none. This is the condition we are checking, that if there is no element to display, we'll print a message, simply print no elements to display. So if top is exactly equals to 0, there is no element to display. After that, we'll use else, means there is an element to display. So first I will create a temporary list. I will make a copy of it. So changes I will made in this temporary one will not reflect to the main one. So I had reversed it. Now I will use the join function, but to use the join function, everything in this will be, we should be string, but here it is, everything is an integer. So now I am converting it into string using this for loop. Temp of I is equals to str of temp of I. Now I had converted it, so just simply print using the join function, using the print statement. So string dot join of the list. So the display function is also over. So let me run to check whether there is an error or not. So there is no errors. Now we will use while loop. While true, I use while true because it should be a infinite loop and should be break when the user want. So I will use a print function to show the menu to the user. Print 1 is push. To push, he should have to enter, he or she should have to enter 1. To pop, he or she should have to enter 2. To display, they should have to use 3. So 3 display, and the final thing is 4. It is the exit, and I will give it a heading menu. Now I will going first. I will take the option int input, enter your option. So I have take the option. So I will check the condition. If opt is exactly equals to 1, then I will push. To push, I should have to take an element. So I am taking an input int input, enter the element. Here you should have to pay attention that we are using only for the integers, we are not using any strings here. You should have to do small modifications to use it on upon the strings also. Now I'll call the push function push of ELE. After that, elif if option is exactly equals to 2, then I will pop. After pop, elif option is exactly equals to 3, then I will do display function. After elif if option is exactly equals to 4, then I will break the loop. And last and final, else here if the user enter by mistake or by chance he enter any other option than 1 and 2, 1 2 3 4, then we will print a simple message that enter a valid option. So our program has been done. Let me save it and run. So here the true spelling is wrong. Here first I will push element 3, then pop it. I popped it successfully. Display, you can see there is no elements to display. So let me push some 3 to 4 elements. I pushed total 4 elements, so let me display you. You can see how beautifully it was displayed. So that's all. Thank you for watching this video. Have a nice day.